Hi everyone, Bernard here on behalf of MovieGameNostalgia.com, and just a little review special on a quite a low budget Irish effort called Sea Fever. There on the box, or the page, whatever it is, the Kindle. Yeah, it's an hour and 35 minutes, 15 rating, and it's out to buy on the 27th of April, and it's also on video on demand at the moment. So if you fancy Sea Fever, that's out there. Please, if you're new to the channel, push the old subscribe button, that'd be great. Push the bell notification so you know when these little vlogs and review specials are coming out, etc. Please, thumbs up, always appreciated. It's nice to have views, nice to have thumbs up, isn't it? So yeah, we're going to have a look at Sea Fever. It's sort of split opinions, to be honest with you. I mean, I did read reviews on this before I watched it, and sometimes that's a bad thing. Sometimes if you can, I know I'm doing this and giving you a lot like a review here, but it's not always the greatest thing, because you do expect to have high expectations sometimes if something's good, and then again you can have low expectations and be pleasantly surprised. So perhaps it's not too bad anyway. Let's give you a little bit of background on the Sea Fever. It's an internationally co-produced science fiction thriller film directed by Nisa Hardiman. I think it's the very first effort, starring Connie Nielsen, Hermione Caulfield and Doug Ray Scott. The film follows the crew of a marooned fishing trawler, an Irish one. It's an all-Irish cast with Irish accents, so if you're not great on accents, someone did complain he needed subtitles, but I didn't think it was that bad, but perhaps because I'm from the UK, I'm not too sure. Yeah, the crew of a marooned fishing trawler find themselves threatened by a parasitic infection. There have been links to COVID-19, etc. So, I mean, they're very tenuous. I mean, obviously, but people have commented about it is sort of is of its time, and is obviously not a great time at the moment now, is it? But yeah, I think that the links are very, very tenuous, to say the least. As I say, it's available now on video on demand, and also available to buy on the 27th of April. The cast: Connie Nielsen is stars as Freya, Hermione Caulfield as Siobhan, and Doug Ray Scott as Gerard. Actress Toni Collette was originally chosen for the lead role. However, scheduling issues meant she became unavailable and she was replaced by Connie Nielsen. Not quite weak, actually, of the actors. Obviously, Doug Ray Scott, etc. The acting is not bad at all, but I'm afraid Connie Nielsen doesn't quite carry it off like perhaps Toni Collette would have done. So that's quite interesting. Reception-wise, how's it done with the critics, etc.? As I said, it received generally positive reviews, and a bit mixed, but there were some positive critical reviews. Several critics drawing comparisons between the film's plot and, of course, the coronavirus epidemic. On review aggregator website Rotten Tomatoes, the film has an approval rating of 82% based on 62 reviews. 82%, and that's 62. I find that a little bit hard to believe, but the average rating is 6.74 out of 10, which is probably a bit nearer what I'm going to say about this film. The critical consensus reads on Rotten Tomatoes: if Sea Fever never quite heats up as much as it could, it remains an engrossing, well-acted sci-fi thriller with effective horror elements. Yeah, Metascore rating, that's the critics rating on Internet Movie Database, just 5.9 out of 10. That's a little bit nearer what I'm thinking, 5.9 out of 10. But it does have an Internet Movie Database, Joe Public rating of 5.7 out of 10, so a little bit lower. So again, not far out to where we're going with this. So I think Rotten Tomatoes, who usually are quite harsh, aren't they, are being very kind to it, in my opinion. We do have connections. Abyss meets The Thing. Yes, very. Yeah, all these things. Alien at Sea sort of connections. But my little review of it. I mean, it's an hour. What? It's an hour and 35 minutes. Yeah, it went by quite quickly, but not that much happened, in my opinion. It was a little bit boring. Certainly connecting it to things like The Thing and Alien is shocking. I mean, it's not fit to lace the boots of those films, to be honest with you. It was an interesting premise, been done before. I'm not the biggest fan of on-water or underwater films, even though I've been a big fan of Jacques Cousteau when I was a young kid. I used to love watching Jacques Cousteau underwater adventures with him. I've never been a massive fan of movies underwater, like The Abyss and things like this, underwater even, which is fairly new, isn't it? I watched that, and it's never overly appealed to me. Even 47 metres down was, wasn't too far down, was it? But anything at sea or underwater has never been my favourite. I do like, obviously, I love things like the Poseidon Adventure, stuff like that. But this, I mean, there's nowhere to go, really, is it? It's a little trawler. It's not exactly a massive fishing trawler. It's literally a little, I don't know how big it is, probably about 60 feet long or something like that. So there's not a lot of sets and not a lot of, it's not like Alien where there's miles and miles of spaceship to hide in, and for the monster, well, the sort of parasites to hide in, etc. You are a bit limited with this, and I must admit I do not quite understand why it's getting 9 and 10 out of 10s from people. It just bored me a little bit, to be honest with you. As I say, and the lead actor didn't carry it, even though there was some good acting in it. The acting was fine. The lead actor was very disappointing, and it just left me a bit, yeah, so what? I mean, it wasn't a total write-off. It was okay, but as I said, because I've seen all these positives, I did see a lot of negative reviews, obviously, but I'd seen these positives. I thought, oh yeah, it might be really, really good, Sea Fever. So I give it a go. Anyway, I didn't particularly like it, and I sort of milled over what rating to give it, to be honest with you. And I don't really want to give it a 6, even though obviously I'm swayed by a lot of opinion that say it is a good film, that they did enjoy it from a sci-fi horror sort of level. But I'm not going to be swayed by that. I'm just going to give it a 5.5, which is it's just underneath my watchable rating, and it's just below the Internet Movie Database rating, and well below the Rotten Tomatoes rating. But I will be interested to know what you think. I mean, that's obviously if you download it, it's on video on demand now. If you download it or purchase it, or if you want to purchase it, it's only available on Blu-ray at the moment. I can see from Monday the 27th of April, it's only available at $10.99 on Blu-ray. Would I spend that much on it? No. But then again, if you've seen it, you love it, you want to keep it, and you've got these lovely underwater films that you enjoy watching, these sci-fi horrors set at sea, etc., then fair enough. But I certainly wouldn't waste my £10.99 on it, that's for sure. So, yeah, I'll give it a 5.5 out of 10. But, yeah, please let me know what you think. As I say, it is one of those that splits opinions. I mean, I've seen lots of 3 and 4s out of 10. I've seen lots of 9 and 10s out of 10. So, I'm somewhere in between, aren't I? Anyway, thanks for joining me today, for watching that. Please, for all the latest movie and TV drama news, please follow me on Twitter. I've got 2 accounts on Twitter. You can follow me on either or both. It doesn't matter. I'll link the 2 anyway. I'm at Charles Deneen, Deneen spelled DINNN, and I'm at nostalgia_movie. And I'm also on Facebook at Burns Deneen with links to moviegamenostalgia.com, my little website for old rare DVDs, movie posters from the 1990s and 2000s, and older board games, the Waddingtons, and I do have the odd newer one there, but mainly Waddington's Park as MB games from the 70s, 80s, 90s, stuff like that. So if you can spend a couple of minutes to go on the website, moviegamenostalgia.com, very much appreciated. A thumbs up for you. Anyway, let me know what you think of Sea Fever. Does it give you the fever? I'm afraid it left me a little bit cold. It's certainly get me hot on the collar. I might have thought something else was happening, so if I get all hot, wouldn't I? But yeah, Sea Fever. No, it didn't really do that much for me. Very, very disappointed. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you're going to do the rest of the day. Have a great one. Look after yourself. Look after your friends. More importantly, look after your family. And more importantly, let's all look after each other. And hopefully I'll join you again for something very, very soon. Thanks for watching. Bird is saying bye for now. Bye-bye.